Okay, our final exercise for the day, what we'll finish on, is the Daily Huddle. Now, about half of you are doing the Daily Huddle, so that means that we need to convert the other half of you. But what I've also observed from doing this year after year after year is people still, every time we look at the Daily Huddle, they can see ways to improve it. So it is the shortest pulse in your business, is to have an accountability meeting on a daily basis, and that is the Daily Huddle. I have a picture here from a Daily Huddle. What do we notice about this picture? Standing? Sorry? They're on the go, yeah, there's sort of some energy there.
Relaxed.
Sorry?
Relaxed. They have drinks and stuff.
Yes, they've got drinks, so it's very relaxed. They know it's beer o'clock already. What was that? Something else over here? The what, sorry? They're in a kitchen, informal setting, yeah. I don't know if they're in a kitchen or not, but maybe. Plenty of water, which the plants aren't getting enough of. What else?
Away from the desk and the computers.
Yep, they're not in their normal workspace, so they're not doing it at their desks. Obviously, if you're doing it virtual, that's going to be very different, but that's quite nice here. So the informality, what else?
Looks like there's one person running it.
Looks like there's one person running it. Okay, so you're making the assumption that Jesus in the middle with the lime juice is the leader. That could just be the angle of the photography, but yeah, okay. So there's somebody, there's maybe one person running it. Lady in the purple dress is texting. What else? Lots of details in this picture. That's great.
Also, the extra special greater things.
Okay, so lots going on in this Daily Huddle. Actually, this is not even a Daily Huddle. I just found a random picture on the internet. No, just kidding. All right. As some of you will remember, I've got a video of a Daily Huddle, which I've not taken the time to update because, hey, it's a reasonable video from about 3 years back. The first thing that the person asks, because you may not catch it, and you may say, what did he say? The first thing that the person asks is, he asks for your number, your focus, any news, and stucks. So that will sound like stuck. What did he say? So stucks. So anywhere that you're stuck, like obstacles, problems, issues, anywhere you're stuck. Number, focus, news, and stucks. So that's what the first person asks. The other thing that you will all tell me at the end is you will notice that there are lots of South Africans in the video, because at this point in time I had a lot of South Africans working remotely. So yes, I know that there are lots of South Africans in this video. Anyway, let's roll the video. Check the sound is good.
Right now, number, focus, news, and stuff.
Morning again, number on yesterday was 2. My focus for today is incognizant and no stack, no news. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kurt.
Number 3 is the 1, focus today is the new daily and stats.
Thank you very much. Ozzy.
Number for yesterday was 0. Focus for today is new business calls. No stocks, no news.
Thank you. Jojo.
Good morning, everyone. Again, number for yesterday was 2. Focus for today is on recent meetings and on data analytics training. News is that our Google Ads are back up and no stocks.
Thank you. Jasmine.
Morning, everyone. My number for yesterday was 2. My focus for today is on dynamic leads. No news, no stocks.
Thanks very much. Connor. You're being friend.
Morning all, my number today is a 1 and a 1, so 1 quote, 1 deal. My focus today is going through all the numbers to prepare coaching plans for next week. No stocks, no news.
Thank you. Kerry.
Morning, all. Number for yesterday was 1. Priority today is top goal 0 numbers ahead of our meeting Tuesday. No stocks, no news.
Thank you. Kim.
Morning everyone, my focus for today is on my OT leads, phoning everyone and trying to get a discovery. Thank you.
Thank you. James.
Morning all, focus for today is polishing up last few details of the sales dashboard report and writing up the strategy from Kickout. Those stocks, no news.
Thank you. Biscuit. Thank you. Danny.
Morning everyone, my number for yesterday was 1. My focus for today is on Odoo, no stocks, no news. Thank you.
Thank you. Cookie.
Guys, number for yesterday was 4. Today I'll be working on Google Ads. No stocks, no news. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Alex.
Number for yesterday was 2, just working on remaining tickets. I've got no steps on news.
Thank you, Jackie.
Morning everyone again, my number for yesterday is 5, my focus for today is on 2 discoveries, no news, 1 stuck, and you can just stay with me and Dash. Thanks.
Sure, no problem. Tash.
Good morning all, my number for yesterday was 81, my focus today is also 1 discovery, and yeah, just stuff.
Sure, no problem. Morning all, number for yesterday was 1. Focus today is to carry on with the Conquer software scope and do meetings in with devs and reporting. No stucks, no news. I think it was just Tash and Jackie that need to stay behind with me, so have a great day guys, and I'll speak to you later. Take care, bye bye.
What's the number about?
Okay, lots of questions which I will answer. What did you notice, first of all? What did you notice?
All South Africa.
I gave you that as a heads up.
No one has news. No one has news at all.
Okay, look, you understand the currency, right? Okay. Yes, we have some South Africans on the team. And there's a Filipino in there as well. Actually, 2 Filipinos in there. Okay, and there was some British. All right. It turns out that my sales manager, some of the people that actually work in my company in the UK are also South African. But anyway, because all you oaks want to come live in the UK. Right, what did you notice? What did you notice, apart from the demographics? One from over here. I didn't run the meeting, yeah. Everybody was prepared. It was quick. 16 people, that took 3 minutes. That was 3 minutes of your time, 3 minutes of their time. 3 minutes of everybody's time. It was efficient. 16 people in 3 minutes. Something over here?
To the point.
It was to the point.
No stacks, no news.
No stucks, no news. So we are giving people the opportunity every single day to say if they are stuck. Now, there were 2 people that had an issue and they were going to stay behind afterwards, not consume everyone's time, but just consume the time of the person running the meeting. Now, if nobody's stuck, that's great. That means I'm going to get a full 8 hours out of you. There are no hurdles. You're going to execute like hell, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's what I want to hear every day. And everybody stands in front of the camera every single day and says, I am not stuck. Fantastic. That's all we want to know. But if there was an obstacle to you working for the rest of the day, it could be something as simple as, my power's going off today, or my laptop's broken, or I can't log into the system, or actually have a real problem with this client. Whatever it is, fine. No stuck's great, but they get the opportunity every single day to say whether they are stuck or not. Better to find out on a daily basis. And news could be some key news. This is an encouragement for them to share some learning or something major. It could be that they spoke to a customer today, they've learned something. Could be, I'll give you an example. We recently had a competitor that decided to basically go bust and exit the industry. I didn't know, but somebody brought it to me. That was pretty important news. Again, no news? Okay, fine, no news. But every single day, if there's news, ooh, I'm going to tell that tomorrow at the morning huddle. So yeah, we don't get many stucks, we don't get a lot of news, but the opportunity is the key thing. It only takes an extra 1 second to say no stucks, no news. What else do we notice? So we already had the CEO did not run the meeting.
Chair is taking lots of notes.
Everybody is taking notes. Quite a number of people, but yeah, the person who is taking the meeting, but other people, the managers of different people will be taking a note. Oh, that was their number, or that was an issue, or just anything. So yeah, people are coming prepared, people are taking notes. That was my next thing, note-taking, listening. It's quite a participative meeting, in actual fact. It's not just a waiting for your turn to come round. And there is a Google Sheet dashboard where everybody's number for the day is going in. It's great fun to go to that dashboard 5 minutes before the meeting and you see all the squares moving around. So there is a dashboard behind the whole thing as well, but still people are taking notes. If you're a manager, you're taking notes. So yeah, absolutely. Everyone, so I think it was already said, everybody had a number. Everybody had a number. Can everybody in your team quantitatively state if they've had a good day or a good week? Why wait for a week? Everybody's got a number. And most of that time, and I know you don't know what the number is, so you're thinking, well, that person had a 1, it doesn't really matter. I don't need to explain what the point is, they have a number. And every single day, they stand up, or sit down in this case because it's done online, and they say, yesterday my number was. And hey, if you're in sales and every day your number is a 0, and you've got to stand in front of the entire company and say that every day, that's going to light a fire under your ass. And that's a good thing. What we are doing is we are teaching accountability. We are holding people accountable.
Who agrees on the number though? How do you arrive at that?
Perfect question. Everybody chooses their own number. Everybody chooses their own number. Then that might initially sound like a massive risk. They could choose something pointless. Well, we'd have a little bit of a coaching conversation. Does that really drive the business forward? Is that really what's important? We still wouldn't give them a number. We'd ask some questions. But 99% of the time, people choose a number that's totally valid for them. They understand where the business is going. They understand what's important. They understand their component part in driving the business to where we need to get to. And they come up with their own number. And I am happy for them to have a number that's they pick a new number every quarter. So they have to, once they've chosen it, they also know that they've got to say what that number is every single day for the next 90 days. So if it's going to be a big fat 0, well, they probably won't pick that number, will they? And generally people overestimate what they can do. So they set themselves up for a bit of a stretch as well.
So if you're in sales and I'm going to make 10 sales calls a day, would my number be 10?
It might be sales calls. There are a number of salespeople in that call, and a lot of them will have had different numbers. One of the people said that they were looking to get a discovery. So a key step in our sales process is to get somebody into a discovery meeting. That person's actually very new in the business and hasn't had a discovery yet. But their number for the quarter is to get to a level where they're starting to have a couple of discoveries a week, and then hopefully getting maybe 1 or 2 a day from their sales efforts. So they know they're riding zeros. But they also know that that's their goal. Someone else, well, they're past getting discoveries. They're all about getting sales. Somebody's number would have been how many sales they got yesterday. That's very different to getting a meeting. Some people, as you say, might actually be focused on calls. I don't think anyone in there was focused on calls. But it depends on them. And again, this is very individual. You have to go away and do the thinking and have the conversations and have the awareness within the business that tells everybody where we're going so people can choose a meaningful number. And if it's not the best number in the world, so be it. The point is, it's accountability. Huddles are all about synchronizing people. It's about speeding up your business. It's about this cross-awareness that you can see that everybody else is doing their work. So you're driving teamwork and building relationships. And what we find is that after the huddle, we see a lot of connectivity, a lot of relationships, a lot of calls happen straight after the huddle. You had a 0 3 days in a row. Is there something I can help with? Do you struggle with your negotiation technique or whatever it is? So people are looking to help each other off the back of the huddle. They're all in this together. And we are teaching them, fundamentally teaching them what it means to be accountable. They own that number, whatever it is. They own that number. We are teaching people accountability every day, 1 day at a time. 260 days a year for us. Maybe in your business it's 365 days a year. We are teaching them accountability. And the reason that we have such a big accountability problem in business is because, first of all, we failed to create the sufficient clarity for the people in the business about where we're going. Lack of clarity kills accountability. And we then fail to bring what people have agreed upon into a meeting at a high enough frequency that we can hold up the mirror and say, this is what you said you would do, what's going on? Clarity and accountability.
So just
Yes.
to clarify, the metrics for that number is whatever the team decides. It could be basic sales, or it could just be this 5 is having a great day and Bill's having a shitty day.
Yes, good clarity. No, it's an achievement. It's not a scale. If somebody says, I remember I had a technical engineer and he wanted to give a score based on how interesting his repairs were the previous day. It's like, is that going to drive the business forward? No. I don't care. It'd be like telling me the temperature outside. It really isn't relevant. No, it's a KPI. It's a KPI. Yes, it's a KPI that is driving the business towards its goal. They choose one and they stick with it for three months. So when we do our quarterly planning, we release that information to the company. Okay, we're still building our hotel. This is the direction we're going on. This is our priority and our focus this quarter for the next 90 days. What's your number? And like I say, most of the time we don't dispute what their number is. A lot of the time it's the same as the number before because, hey, where they're at in the business, they're just making sure that working away, getting the same number of meetings or whatever it is, doing the same number of repairs, answering the same number of help desk tickets. Nothing may have materially changed in the business. However, if something has materially changed and we've set a target this year, a performance this quarter, that now we need to be answering twice as many tickets this quarter, well, they might step up their daily number, or they might measure a different aspect of it, or it might now come down more to the customer satisfaction at the end when the ticket is closed, rather than how many tickets they closed. So it can shift as the focus of the business shifts, but it's their choice. The point is not choosing the number. You can choose the number for your people. That's up to you. That's your decision. I'm simply giving an example that my own decision was not to force the number, because I believe the power in the exercise is implementing that they've had the freedom to choose the number, and then they have to live by it every single day. Now you could choose the number for them. That's just a cultural decision. Okay. Our final exercise for the day is that I want you to do a practice huddle. So I want you to write down in box number 2, I want you to imagine that you were participating in a huddle in your own business. So the first thing is, what's your number for yesterday? What is your number? I have no clue, but think about what your number was if you were in my daily huddle.
So can I just clarify that? Is that going to be different to their number?
Is what going to be different to their number?
Than yesterday, the reflection. So if my number was 1.
No, the number is reporting yesterday.
Yes, right. So if my number through the KPI quarterly process is 1, and I haven't achieved that,
then your number's 0.
0. Right.
Yes,
Okay.
you're
So
reporting
measuring against your
target. Yeah. And not everyone in the room may even know the target that everyone's got. But hey, turning up with a 0 every day is obviously not on track, right? So first point, come up with what your number might be. What's that number? Second point, what's your priority for today? Well, you're not in work today, but when you're going to work tomorrow, where are we in the week? Yeah, hopefully you're in work tomorrow. What would you be your priority be your next working day? Write that down. Is there any news you want to share with the company? Is there something you haven't shared that you might want to share with the company? What's that? And finally, is there anywhere that you are stuck that, again, you would like to share with the company? So 30 seconds to just write down your responses to these 4 questions. And then when you're ready, in pairs, I want you to simply practice delivering those answers to a partner. 16 people in 3 minutes is 11 seconds per person. This does not take long. So now practice delivering that to each other so you can get a feel for what it sounds like speaking it and for what it feels like hearing it. 11 seconds per person. Deliver a daily huddle.